Google, seriously, are you sure you want to do this? Because yes, it seems that Google Photos, one of the most beloved services the company has ever made, is no longer going to be easy to recommend, and that's just one of them. We have some new rumors on what to expect for next year's iPhones, and they sound kind of good. And LG just trademarked a new name that sounds very Explorer project to us. I'm Jaime Rivera, and I think that the best city to describe as bipolar when it comes to weather is totally New York City, so if you hear some rain, I apologize. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today, as always, begin with deals, and you will not believe which Apple products are already on sale. Remember those new Macs that were announced yesterday? Well, the brand new M1 Apple Silicon Macs are already on sale. The 13-inch MacBook Pro is available for $1,232 instead of the original $1,299 price tag for the entry-level variant, and then the MacBook Air is around $50 off, leaving it at $948. Finally, the Mac Mini is down to $663 for the entry-level variant, and if you want an iPad Pro, the 12.9-inch Wi-Fi only variant is getting $100 off, leaving it at $999. We also have more deals on Intel Macs, Fitbits, Garmins, and more in the description. Now, we know that OnePlus has been having a pretty interesting year, particularly with launches. Now that they have the Nord, their splash in the United States, we're still trying to measure success on that, but it's been good, it seems. Well, speaking on that, a new report claims that they're preparing another Nord device for the United States. This product would be called the Nord SE and is being developed under the codename IBA. It reportedly brings a 4,500 mAh battery that supports 65-watt charging, giving you a full charge in under 40 minutes. On the front, we might get an OLED panel unlike the ones we got with the recent Nord, and sadly, we still have no details on cameras or processor. Now, OnePlus hasn't really settled on an event date just yet, pun intended, but apparently it'll happen shortly after we get the OnePlus 9, so we'll keep you posted. Now let's move the spotlight over to Samsung, but not for the Galaxy S21. Actually, let's talk about the current flagships. Apparently there are a lot of users that are currently complaining about wireless charging after the recent firmware update. These issues are happening on the Galaxy Note 20 and the S20 lines, and according to the users, your wireless charging gets constantly interrupted every few seconds. Some of these are third-party chargers, but they claim that everything was fine with the same chargers up until the firmware update happened. We're not sure if it was October or September's patch, but users have tried even factory resetting their devices, and it didn't help. We'll keep you posted whenever Samsung releases a statement, if they're going to release a hotfix, or what the case may be whenever that happens. Now, how about if we talk about LG? The company has clearly been on a roll lately, pun intended. God, Diego, this script. But anyways, yes, LG has been gaining a lot of popularity with their Explorer project. We saw the Wing, and they pretty much teased that we were getting a rollable smartphone as part of this lineup. Well, the company just trademarked the name LG Slide, which is kind of a clear hint as to what this device is going to be called. LG has trademarked other names like the Roll, which is terrible, and the LG Slide just sounds cleaner. For those of you who haven't seen the leaks, this phone should slide out or roll from its regular state to reveal a much larger canvas. It will most likely be aimed at both content consumption and productivity. It's pretty much a Galaxy Fold, but it doesn't fold, it rolls. Now, we should expect this product to launch sometime in Q1 of 2021. Hopefully, aliens have not fallen on Earth by then, but regardless, let us know if you care about the concept of a foldable, rollable smartphone. Now, one of the most interesting things to happen to Apple products is how they announce a new iPhone today, and then tomorrow or within that week, you get more leaks or predictions of what to expect. But when you have Ming-Chi Kuo providing these predictions, you simply cannot ignore them. Let's talk about the future of iPhones, particularly with all the plans, because apparently Apple is gearing up to a launch until later in 2021, meaning that for those of you that were waiting for a refresh to the iPhone SE, apparently that's not happening. The report claims some very steep competition between 4 Apple suppliers to be in charge of the iPhone 13's camera. So apparently Apple is putting their effort into the iPhone 13, which we'll talk about soon, but again, that might move the SE to the back seat. Now, we don't know if this phone will be getting a redesign, like the rumors hinted to the previous one, but we should technically still expect it next year, just not in the first half of the year. Let's move on to the iPhone 13 on its most recent note. quote claims that we'll be getting 4 iPhones once again, and that the pros will get a hardware update when it comes to the cameras. He claims that the ultra-wide will be an f1.86 element lens with autofocus. This means that we should get noticeable improvements when compared to the current one, which packs an f2.4 and 5 elements on the lens. Another report claims that the displays on these iPhones will consume 10 to 20% less power. This is because we'll reportedly be getting LTPO displays, which we currently already get on the Apple Watch. Now, this also allows for a high refresh rate. We just hope that it's better than what we got on Apple Watch Series 5, but regardless, it also hints to the possibility of an in-display fingerprint scanner in addition to a smaller notch, according to more of the rumors. But before we get to the hottest news, yes, we have partnered with Subcase to give away an iPhone 12 Pro Max and an iPhone 12 mini in addition to a ton of accessories from Subcase. If you're in the market for the coolest throwback case ever, the UB Edge reminds me of the iPhone 4 bumpers. It's a matte and scratch-resistant metal bumper with elevated bezels to protect the screen and the back, along with cutouts to make all the features accessible. It's also modular with a detachable clear back panel in case you want some added protection, all for a crazy price on Amazon. If you want to go fancier with full screen protection, there's the new UB Royal made of a shock-absorbing TPU, faux leather, and even a hand strap. Simply search iPhone 12 case by Subcase on Amazon to find all of their options. How do you win these new iPhones? Simply enter the first link in the description and enter promo code PocketNowMax, which is that secret code we mentioned. That'll give you more entries to participate. And finally, the most disappointing news today have to do with Google and one of the services that I've recommended most for years that I might not recommend anymore. Unless you own a Pixel. If you do, you're fine, but if you're not using a Pixel right now, prepare your wallet. The first is that Google is now making Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides count towards storage caps on your Google Drive, whether you're using the 15 gigs or pay extra. The problem is Google Photos. In the past, you had free unlimited storage for high-quality photos and videos, which would convert and optimize them for you. Well, as of June 1st, 2021, unless you pay for a Pixel, those high-quality photos and videos will count towards your storage limitations as well. This is a major problem, and Google seems to be rolling back policies here every now and then. In the past, I would recommend that people with limited storage simply use Google Photos to back everything up. But if this is going to become a recurring monthly fee for your Google Drive, it might not be worth it. Now, in Google's defense, the company claims that they're following the industry, which is true, but to a certain degree, I wonder what stops people from just going for Office 365 Home, which enables service for up to 5 people, gives you 2 terabytes. You get full-blown Microsoft Office and not have to deal with Google Sheets and Google Docs and everything, and pretty much get a better experience with so much storage. But anyways, let us know in the comments down below, what do you think? Do you care about Google Photos or not? Do you care about what's happening? Because in my case, I do. I have been recommending Google Photos for years. I rely on it because I jump between phones almost every week. So for me, it's such a great tool, but we would love to know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll leave a poll on the community tab to ask you what your preference is. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also follow us on social media as our extended coverage happens on Instagram. And follow me on my personal handles to see me complain about the weather. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.